The people that look fine on the outside are typically the ones that have a lot of hidden stress on the inside. Ultimately, stress is a full body challenge. It's not just a mental state. Your brain is directly connected to your genetics and the genetic expression of every cell, tissue, and organ inside your body. So every thought manifests itself as a physical neuropeptide that literally will get to all the different areas of the body within seconds of your thinking of it. Stress wears down your body. What stress does is it actually causes leaky gut. It can cause dysregulation in your ability to digest food. It can cause shallow breathing. It disrupts your sleep at night, impacts your energy, impacts obviously your psychology and your mood. The body, it's not designed to stay in a fight or flight mode for very long. And the goal that we would have is for you to actually love life and to be able to be able to laugh and to enjoy life and to be in a state of parasympathetic function. But feeling tired and wired is not ultimately the best position for us to be in when we're in a chronic state of stress. And we've got to figure out ways to turn this off. So this is how we can turn this off. Stress accelerates aging. It drives inflammation. There's a bunch of issues with headaches, with aches and pains. There's slower healing that happens when people are under chronic stress. People age faster. They feel older, psychologically they do. So recovery is a massive part of your health, and it is huge when it comes to longevity and decreasing stress. Your nervous system, it needs time to get into a calmer state. It needs time to repair, to rest, and to reset. And so simple tools for this are walking, breathing exercises, taking short breaks. Look, even a short meditation can massively impact you in a huge way. And you can integrate this. This isn't something that you can do after work. You can integrate all of this stuff while you're working. Like, okay, I'm in this 5 minutes, I'm gonna do a quick breathing exercise and closed eye, right? Like it's very powerful what you can do in a few minutes. You can even get a 30-second workout in between meetings, like squatting or doing a push-up. You don't need to get yourself sweaty, but it's very healthy for your body to do what they call exercise snacking. So the modern stress trap is really a big deal. You've got phones, you've got constant notifications, you've got social media, and people that are always reachable. They're the ones that are typically the most stressed out because they're constantly connected. So the goal is, let's disconnect from that. Let's disconnect and maybe have specific times of the day where you're connected. But this constant dip of energy and mental fatigue from being plugged in, it does create stress and it drives sympathetic function in your body. So again, what can we do to help us mitigate this? We need to really lower the stress levels and build modern environments for healthy stress, like this beautiful room that I'm in with all the natural light and the trees and the plants everywhere. So here's some simple, practical ways that you can lower your stress load, okay? Daily walks, and we're talking about 30 or 15 to 30 minute walks after dinner dramatically decreases insulin sensitivity and insulin levels in your body. So if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, definitely walk after dinner. Intentional breathing is important. One of my favorite breath apps is called the Source Breathing, your breath source, I think it's called, breath source, that's right. Short unplugged blocks of time. So I just read this book, Time Anxiety, and it was really powerful. It talked about essentially having a short amount of time in your day to just unplug, go for a little walk, do a little nap, have a little 5 to 10 minute nap, close your eyes and meditate, have a moment of stillness, right? Another thing that I like to do is read affirmations, because in the research from a Longevity Leaders podcast interview I did yesterday around migraines, which are very connected to stress levels, they found that that people that are worrying all the time and plugged into social media, they have migraines more often and they have stress obviously more often. So managing stress and protecting recovery is one of the most powerful things that someone can do for the long-term health. So I highly recommend what I will call peace management. I don't like the word stress management because it's focusing on pink elephanting, if you've ever heard of that. You know, focus on it. Don't think about a pink elephant. You think about a what? A pink elephant. Don't think about stress. What do you think about? Stress. The word has power. So what we want to create is peace. So we're all about creating peace. How do we create peace management? You know, pick one of those tools that I just talked about earlier. Commit to one this week. And if you like this video, go ahead, share it with your friends. Go ahead, subscribe, click that bell button. Would love to learn. Would love to hear your comments as well. Thanks so much.